So in general with horses, you use your one rein for control, two reins for communication. If you try to slow down or control a really scared horse by pulling the two reins, you aggravate the fear of the horse of being trapped because you put it in a very claustrophobic situation. So to control a horse effectively, you need to work with one rein only. So and when we think emergency stop, well, we will need it, the emergency stop, in, as the name says, in situations of emergency out on trail rides when the horse really spooks or bolts or bucks or whatever. But you want to make sure that you teach it carefully in a calm environment at home, and you start teaching it at the walk. So she already knows from the groundwork the parts of it, lateral flexion and disengaging the hindquarters. And she already knows when riding to do the lateral flexion, disengaging the hindquarters from a standstill. And I'm going to introduce that from the walk. So we're going to walk on a big circle here, half the arena. Good. All right. Good. I'm going to start now. Anel, you can just keep walking a quarter circle. So I reach down the rein. And I put my right hand down the base of the withers. I lead Tara in a little circle, like the house of a snail. Yes, and slowly bend her. And then I disengage her hindquarters, really careful. There. And then again back to flexion. Good girl, very nice. So you want to do it really slow and smooth. It's not an emergency yet. This is the explanation stage of the emergency stop. And there you want to do it slow, not jerk your horse's nose around and make your horse emotional about that. You want that your horse associates with that emergency stop drill to relax, not to get excited. You're good to Tara. Yes, good girl. Alright, I'm gonna do it again on the same spot. Right, this Mäuschen. Good. Alright. So, as I'm riding with the stick, I take the stick in my right hand. Both reins in the right hand. I go down on the rein with my left. I put my right hand on the base of the withers. I lead her a little circle until I see the nose coming. Flexion. Yield hindquarters. And end with flexion. Tara? You're a good girl. Voila, that's how it's done. Yes, very good. And you see how easy this is going because she learned to understand flexion, disengaging hindquarters on the ground first. Huh? All right, we're gonna try to the right. So again, here you see it's not necessary to drill this 10 times. Just showing 2 times, 3 times maybe if it's a bit difficult. That's good enough. Horses learn so fast, you don't need to ask 10 times, how much is 5 times 5? You would get pretty annoyed by that too if your teacher would ask you 10 times, how much is 5 times 5? And even if you give the correct answer, he keeps asking you that. Okay. So, stick in the outside hand. I'm gonna start on L, go down on the rein, push with my left hand on the withers, really slow on this side. Yes, disengage hindquarter and end with flexion. Good girl. Voila, very good. Huh? And we go again to Sahel. So in general with horses, you use your one rein for control, 2 reins for communication. If you try to slow down or control a really scared horse by pulling the 2 reins, you aggravate the fear of the horse of being trapped because you put it in a very claustrophobic situation. So to control a horse effectively, you need to work with one rein only.